So we're going to talk about Senate Bill 378. It's been kind of freaking people out for no reason. This is Senate Bill number 378, relating to certain prohibited practices by a barber or cosmetologist.
So basically, if you perform any of these things, you need a medical director. Now they're making it to where it's going to the Senate so that we actually have a law against all this. But it's things that you're already required to do. And if you're getting scared, it might be because you don't have any of these things in place. So just stop being so proud of things and not asking for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to admit that you did something wrong. It's okay to even say, oh, damn, like, I didn't know that you were supposed to do that.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Beauty Bound with your hosts, Jackie and Cristal. I'm Jackie Rodman, and I own Skinfinite locally in San Antonio. You can find me at Skinfinite San Antonio on Instagram. I'm here with Cristal.
Hi, my name is Cristal Rubio, and I am the owner of Beauty Pro Bookkeeping and a tattoo artist on Artsy Cristal. You can find me. Oh, man,
and where do you tattoo at?
Oh my God, I just said where you could find me. I tattoo inside Vanidosa Studios every Friday. And I have my office located inside Venture X. I am office number 861. So if you need your books done, if you need a tattoo,
level 8.
Level 8.
Ask Audrey to show you the way.
Yes, and you will find me.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Senate Bill 378 that has, it's been kind of freaking people out for no reason over on Facebook. I mean, I saw it first actually on Instagram, and then I went to Facebook just to do my daily rounds of looking through the feed, and then I saw it, and I keep seeing the same post circulating through all of the groups now, and it was posted in my local Esthetics page too, and people were just tagging me everywhere, and I was like, what is this? We kind of touched on it last week that we were going to do more research, and I did. I watched a couple videos from a lawyer and then another esthetician talking about how they would translate it, because obviously they can give their opinions of what the bill is saying and what they think, but it's really up to Texas, to translate it. So,
yeah. And at the end of the day, like, when it comes to a lot of bills, you guys got to understand that when a bill gets put into place, it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's not a bill that it's all of a sudden nobody has ever heard of anything that they're talking about, and then all of a sudden, oh, we have a bill. No. Bills come because there's already a lot of these laws are already in place in certain states, and not in all of them, but in certain states. So now what they're trying to do is a federal, which means nationwide, It's not just Texas, but Jackie will read a little bit over it.
All right. This is Senate Bill number 378, relating to certain prohibited practices by a barber or cosmetologist, be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Texas, Section 1, Subchapter E-1, Chapter 1603, Occupational Code, is amended by adding Section 1603.2110 to read as follows. Prohibited medical practices. A, except as provided by subsection B, a person performing a barbering or cosmetology service within the scope of a license or permit issued under this subchapter may not. 1. Make an incision into the dermis layer of a person's skin, including for purposes of injecting a medication or other substance. Or 2. Use a device as defined by Section 551.003. B. A person holding a license or permit issued under this subchapter may perform an act described by subsection A as part of a barbering or cosmetology service if the person is licensed to perform that act in this state or is otherwise authorized by law to perform the act. In a disciplinary action by the department related to an act in violation of subsection A, the license or permit holder has the burden of proving by a preponderance of the evidence that the person is licensed or otherwise authorized to perform the act. C. I think this is the last one, guys. This section does not affect the authority of another state agency regulating a profession to enforce any law related to that profession. Section 2. Section 1603.2110 Occupations Code, as added by this act, applies only to conduct that occurs on or after the effective date of this act. Conduct that occurs before the effective date of this act is governed by the law in effect on the date the conduct occurred, and the former law is continued in effect for that purpose. And then lastly, Section 3. This act takes effect September 1st, 2025.
So basically,
to summarize all
that mumbo jumbo, it's basically shit that's already happening. It's things that we already have in place. If you perform any of these things, you need a medical director. And I think the only one that's going to be different is going to be the Injector one, because I feel like a lot of people are becoming, and we've touched on this before.
Yeah,
a lot of people who don't have a medical license or who are not licensed cosmetologists or estheticians or whatever that might be are becoming injectors when they have no knowledge of the anatomy of the face or the body in this case. You cannot sit there and inject people without knowing very profoundly every single detail of the muscles of everything that comes to the face, because you could give somebody an injection and paralyze them or, damage something. So again, it goes back to everything stays the way that it is basically right now.
Everything is staying the way that it is.
You need a medical director, period. Like,
people are going to Facebook, though, other medical providers that are either nurses or doctors, and saying like, in your face, estheticians, you can't inject. It's like we weren't able to in the first place. Like, nothing's really changing.
Well, you are able to inject. That's the thing.
Unless you are, like the bill said, authorized to do so. From who? Your medical director. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to have a medical director in order to do any of these procedures that are penetrating the dermis, like what it said. Yeah. Some people were like, oh, does this mean I can't do chemical peels anymore?
No, that doesn't mean that.
A chemical peel isn't like, we've never been able to do deep peels. You have to have a doctor over that. And if you have concerns, talk to your brand or your medical director too, and see if it's like legal in said state.
Yeah, because
that's my best
I think
advice.
At the end of the day, like we do have a lot of people who do inject and are not really careful or aren't following the rules or don't have the medical directors. For me, it's like, I'm not worried about going to someone who doesn't have a medical director for dermaplaning because it's dermaplaning. I would be more worried about going to get any kind of fillers or any kind of Botox from a person who doesn't have a medical director.
I am worried even not going to someone that is not a nurse. I feel bad saying that because I didn't always think this way.
I know, but it's changed.
I honestly, it has changed.
For myself as well, because we had even talked about doing the class to become injectors.
Yeah.
We
were like, let's take that weekend course.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
But is it worth really like paralyzing somebody? No, absolutely not.
Like,
it's not like how to do it, but it's what to do if something goes south.
Yeah. Like for me, even as a medical assistant, because I don't know if I've said it before, but I am a certified medical assistant. So even as that, yes, I learned all the medical terms. I learned the anatomy of the body, but it has to be more in depth. I think you have to know more in depth. Like, yes, I know how to give injections. Yes, I know how to draw blood. But it's the same way that a medical assistant cannot do an IV. It's for a reason, because you're getting into the vein. If you put any kind of tiny, even a small bubble into your vein, that could kill you. You know?
Yes.
There's so many things that you don't think that something could go wrong. And we've had it to where, you know, that I think it was last year where that girl lost her life just while getting an IV therapy, you know, and the medical director was not 75 miles or less from that place. They were further away.
I see that a lot,
Yeah.
guys. I see that locally. If you are doing lasering, your medical director has to be within a 75-mile radius, not 100,
And
not 76.
I honestly think it should be less than that too, because
Absolutely.
God forbid something happens, right? And it's an emergency. Your medical director should be able to drive to your location within those like first 30 minutes, I think, because you don't know what can go wrong. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. And again, everything that we're saying on here is our personal opinion, and it's not legal advice. It's not any kind of, you should take us up on that advice. It's do your research. We're doing research, but you also do your research.
Another thing is, in Texas, you have to have your medical director's info displayed in every treatment room in your spa.
Yeah.
If you are a client and you're going to somebody's spa, you don't see this and they just don't have info for you, run.
Yes.
Run
as
far
as
away. You should be having a good faith exam before every first. So if you're a new client, you have to have one once, and then you have to have one like every year after that, because your good faith examination is good for 1 year. Guys,
the first time I got I got fillers from an injector who was not licensed. She was not a nurse. She was just an injector.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember she came to my house. I had to have an examination, and I was on a Zoom call with the medical director, and they asked me a bunch of questions. Even though I had already filled out the form, they still made sure that I answered all the questions. They asked me tons of questions prior to even getting anything done. So even I think when I went with you, I also had to fill out a bunch of, when you had your medical director.
Yes.
I also had to fill out a bunch of stuff. I don't remember if I talked to her or not, but I know I did have to fill out. And I'm pretty sure she must have
I think
called
we were
me.
practicing.
Yeah,
Guys,
we were.
I was like, this is her. Okay. So I saw someone shit on a medical delegation company, but that's kind of funny because they're always up to date on the laws in said states, which kind of irritated me because it's not a medical delegation company's fault if something goes wrong.
No.
Like, they're always the ones, at least the one I talk to too, they constantly are checking your files and your info, making sure you're filing everything correctly, and the doctor you're assigned to is checking off on everything, and that you're storing it properly, because obviously they don't want to get in trouble. They don't want you getting in trouble. So anyways, that was just a random rant.
No, but it's a big lawsuit too. So at the end of the day, your medical director is not the one that you have to go after if something goes wrong, because if something goes wrong, the one that screwed up is you, not the medical director.
You have to have malpractice insurance for yourself, and your medical director already has malpractice insurance.
Yeah.
Like, when I went through mine, I asked, okay, give me a list of the ones you recommend, because and obviously do your research too. And like, some people, they'll give you a list, get all the quotes and see what works best for you. But it's very costly to have a medical director, obviously, but it's, costly to have a spa in general. And
I mean, it's costly to get sued. So
yeah, that too.
So which one do you want? Do you want a medical director and insurance, or do you just want to risk it?
Just today, I saw someone fuck up someone's face, guys.
No way.
Just wait.
Oh, man.
Just wait. And I literally tried to give this woman advice too. I was like, girl. Okay, six days after RF microneedling.
What the fuck?
I'm showing Cristal first.
I'm a little worried for my forehead.
You can't see it.
Like it's healing very good. But the risk of this happening is like 1%.
No, it's not.
That. I can't believe this happened.
Wow.
Don't get the Morpheus 8, guys. Because I keep seeing that shit literally
Is
happen.
that microneedling or
RF.
what is that? What?
That's RF. That's radio frequency microneedling. So it is like putting heat into the skin. It's microneedling, but they say it's better because, it's not dragging the skin. It's like stamping it in, and it's the radio frequency also tightens the skin.
But obviously they left it on too long every time they did it. If it burned their face like that. Right?
I keep seeing people going too deep, which is the problem, into like the muscular layer.
Oh, fuck that.
Using like a body tip for the face,
No,
which
no,
is
no.
very thin skin.
No.
And not only that, this person does have color, so it's even more dangerous to do that.
Well, yeah, because then they could get the melanin, like they could get spots. Like the color could get deeper.
They can get scarred.
Yeah.
Scarred, both like pitted scarring
Fuck.
and pigment.
I'm afraid of that.
It's horrific.
The microneedling, or I'm okay with doing the like the nano stamping or the
Microchanneling.
The microchanneling. I think that one, and one, it doesn't hurt. Two, it's I didn't see any, and I have sensitive skin. And it's not, it doesn't do anything bad. I mean, you've seen, if I get sugared, even with the sugaring on my lip, it gets really red. Mm-hmm. But with the waxing, because I just got waxed, like Mercy waxed my lip, but I always get red. And and it stays red for a while.
Yeah.
My eyebrows, that's a funny thing. My eyebrows don't stay like that. So I have very sensitive skin, so I'd be afraid to do that. I'm not afraid to do the skin tightening one, the one that oh my gosh, I always forget her name, Maya. The one that Maya does, and I actually have to schedule an appointment with her. But
so it's hard when you're the client, because you have to have that client-provider trust. I didn't mean to interrupt, but this just came out. But the Aerolase laser that our friend Maya uses is known to be safe for all skin types, types 1 through 6. And I have never seen a reaction from the Aerolase laser ever. No. This is not a promo post. We were not. This is not sponsored.
No. And then my skin actually, because I was afraid of like the redness afterwards, or just again because my skin is very sensitive, and I mean, you remember I showed you a picture after, and my skin just looked flawless.
Good.
Like, it was so awesome. So just thinking about all that, like now imagine going through somebody who doesn't have a medical director, who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, and just continues to promote all these things. Mm-hmm. And you don't have a laser tech license. You don't have a, you're not licensed through TDLR. You think you're above the law. Like, none of that. Like,
you just want money.
Yes. You need to, I think.
No offense.
I think everybody needs to humble down. That's what's going on.
Yes.
Because
absolutely. You can't do it all.
No. And if you don't humble yourself when it comes to the services you're offering, you're never going to get anywhere. Or you might rise very high. But you expect that fucking collapse.
It's okay to turn a client away if you're not sure.
Yeah.
They will respect you way more if you say, no, I can't do this, than saying, oh, I think it'll be okay. Like, no. Never.
Especially your face.
No.
No, not your face. And even for hair, too. Like, when it comes to hair as well, there's times that people come in and they're like, I want this kind of hair. I've said, I don't know how to do that. Or I can't do that. When it comes to lightening the hair, I would turn clients away who I would ask for their history, and they're like, oh yeah, I used to have lighter hair, and then I did box dye, and then I lightened it again. I'm like, girl, we can't lighten your hair. Like, I just can't. Mm-hmm. It'll fall off. It'll melt off. There's just no way.
Yeah. I've turned people away too, just because I'm like, I've never seen that before. You should really see a dermatologist. Or I say, I don't have this type of machine for that. It's mainly like if it's something that a laser would do better, or just like random stuff like skin tags, carry angiomas, stuff that I can't like physically cannot do. I cannot lie and just be like, oh yeah, let me just cut it off. Like, no.
Be like, well, I can try. I'm just kidding.
What's nice is I have many contacts in the industry, and that's what is great about networking too, is getting to know people that offer different services from you. I know a lot of laser techs that have been, in the industry for a long time and have produced great results. Yeah. Then I've known like really good medical providers that can like, do what you need to do.
Yeah. So basically, in conclusion, guys.
Yeah. To wrap things up, in conclusion, the bill, nothing's changing according to this bill. Don't be
it's
scared.
Again, okay. It's not that nothing's changing. It's just this bill is putting it into is this federally, right? Or is it just for the state of Texas?
It said state of Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's going into into the government, basically. So even though we had these laws already and all these rules already, and they were just kind of like through the medical director website, or not the medical board, and through the TDLR, now they're making it to where it's going to the Senate so that we actually have a law against all this. But it's things that you're already required to do. And if you're getting scared, it might be because you don't have any of these things in place. So just stop being so proud of things and not asking for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to admit that you did something wrong. It's okay to even say, oh, damn, like, I didn't know that you were supposed to do that. Now you're learning that you're supposed to, so then do it, Yeah. It's okay to accept all that. I think it becomes, it makes you a better person to humble yourself down and admit when you do something wrong and just try to fix it.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, that's it.
That's it, guys. Yeah. Don't be scared, and hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day.
And a good week. Oh, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram if you're not following us already, BeautyBoundTX. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You could, I don't know if it's on this side or on this side, the subscribe button, but on one of those two sides, just click
they're gonna bounce around.
Yeah. Just click it, share it. We would really appreciate it. And also Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere you can find the podcast, we're there.
Yes, you can watch us on YouTube.
Yes. So peace out.
Peace out, motherfucker. Bye.
Bye.